Good evening from Beijing, where curtains came down in the two-day event that is the FOCAC Summit, the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, where the two-day summit witnessed the coming together of African heads of states. Almost 53 heads of states and governments from Africa were here to meet with the Chinese government to discuss various deals as they try and build a community of shared future, a community of shared prosperity. You will remember that Chinese President Xi Jinping announced $60 billion financial support all the way to Africa for the next 3 years under the Belt and Road Initiative. And Kenya, it seems, is one of the biggest winners from this two-day summit, because at the close of the ceremony this afternoon, it was able to sign into big deals, big contracts with the Chinese government and Chinese investors. Just to bring you up to speed with what is going to happen in the next few days, is that the Chinese government has agreed that it will finance the completion of the standard gauge railway section 2B, that is from Naivasha all the way to Kisumu and Malaba, but after completion of visibility studies to the tune of 380 billion shillings.
My pleasure to once again visit this great city of Beijing, and I take this opportunity once again to thank you, and through you the people of the People's Republic of China, for their traditional warm reception that has been accorded to both myself and my delegation since our arrival here in Beijing.
Today, China came to support, make a pledge to support the FOCAC from 2019 to 2021, pledging 60 billion, which is available for all African countries based on the discussions that we'll have bilaterally and the focus of what the FOCAC discussions are. We made a lot of progress in terms of engaging the financier, the Chinese government, and what has happened so far is that all documents are ready. However, when we engaged the Chinese government, it was agreed that they do support it, but we need to complete the feasibility study, not just for Naivasha to Kisumu, but also all the way from Mombasa to Kisumu, so that as one project, we can determine its commercial viability.
But of course, that is not the only deal that was signed by Henry Rotich and witnessed by President Uhuru Kenyatta and his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping, because we have come to understand that the Chinese government is going to build a major road emanating from the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport all the way to Kangemi at a distance of 30 kilometers. At the same time, Kenya has received a grant of 4.2 billion shillings from China that will be channeled towards financing of several projects, infrastructural in Kenya. But these projects, until this moment, are not known, even though under the deal, Kenya receives 4.2 billion shillings as a grant from the Chinese government. Those are just some of the deals that were signed this afternoon between the Chinese side and the Kenyan side, indicative of the fact that Kenya did not just participate in the conference that took place here for 2 days, but went back home a major winner in the summit. But this is just the tip of the iceberg, because that is not everything that was signed today. That is just what we were able to get in touch with for the short moments that we were able to interact with the cabinet secretaries in charge of finance, treasury, and transport. But there is so much which we'll be looking at in the coming days. But already it seems Kenya really won big in the 2018 FOCAC Summit here in Beijing. So we will be bringing you more news regarding what exactly was signed and what it means to the Republic of Kenya. Of course, what came out from Rotich is the government will no longer enter into so much debt. What it wants to promote as we go forward now is public-private partnership, the PPP model, that says, which according to Rotich, is going to help the government reduce debt. That is about it here in Beijing. The FOCAC summit has ended, and we await to see what will happen in the 3 years where the Chinese government has committed $60 billion towards financing of several projects. From me, Eric Biegon, and my cameraman, Tony Mohatia, we say bye-bye from Beijing and see you soon.